Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching the YouTube station identification of one of New Bedford, Massachusetts resident YouTubers. I'm the dude with the crazy Clooney dude, Mr. Eric Lim, over here in my basement. And you are watching WEML-TV, channel 77, episode number 54. How's it going, everybody? I hope this is February the 13th, 2021, Saturday morning, 8:34 a.m. And I know you're thinking, aren't you watching Power Rangers? You just missed out on Fury. No, that's next week, folks. Remember that. Next week. And the way the weather's looking, this week, even though it's a little unsettled this coming week, but it looks like next Saturday, it'll be a bright, beautiful, sunny day. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I stay home so I can get up and prepare myself to watch Power Rangers Dino Fury premiere. They've already showed the opening credits. Really, really cool. And but today, we're going to do the WWE Roundup for the week of February the 8th. After a nightmarish winter storm from this past Sunday to 205 Live. And remember, tomorrow night on the next episode, tomorrow night's NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day. MTV. Oh boy. My hole. I gotta get that out of the way. I got it. A little bit more than that. Well, Adam Pearce started off with the return of Shane McMahon about a humongous stuff. So what is Shane McMahon doing on Monday Night Raw? We don't back on Monday Night Raw. I don't know. It helped out the Elimination Chamber, and he announced that former WWE champions will face Drew McIntyre in the Elimination Chamber match. And I forgot who. So I forgot who they announced in the Elimination Chamber, and then AJ Styles and Omos arrive at the Thunderdome. Jeff Hardy arrives there. They have a one-on-one matchup. AJ Styles picks up the victory. And Drew McIntyre, the WWE champion, talked to Shane McMahon and said, hey, listen, man, I have to admit I'm not very happy about this decision. But Shane goes, you know, you're the fighting champion. You get to do it. So, and then Matt Riddle and Keith Lee were talking about their matchup, the number one contenders match for the United States title. The New Day arrived at the Thunderdome, and New Day went one-on-one with Retribution. In a tag team match against Retribution, T-Bar and Slapjack, a.k.a. Slap, that's how I like to call him. But the New Day picked up the victory, making Mustafa Ali pull out his hair a little bit more. I'll tell you, Mustafa Ali, excuse me, sheepish. I just got up, folks. Just bear with me here. My brain, it's hard to wake up in the morning and your brain is not functioning very well. I mean, work with me here, folks. Just work with me. Let's go with it. Go with the flow here. Just work with me here. Anyways, New Day beat Retribution in a tag team matchup with T-Bar and Slapjack. Could have been T-Bar and Mace, would have been a little different story. It's all stemming from Mustafa Ali upset that Kofi Kingston kind of took his spot and went on to become WWE champion 2 years ago. And he's still harping on that. Unbelievable. Sheamus did confront Adam Pearce about the fact that Adam Pearce made the Elimination Chamber match. Sheamus is a little ticked off that he wanted a one-on-one match with Drew McIntyre. It's like a lot of people are being crabby as late. Ric Flair and Lacey Evans arrive at the Thunderdome. And Damian Priest, while that was going on, Damian Priest and Bad Bunny were chatting it up. They became good friends. Charlotte Flair arrives. Lacey attacks Charlotte. And then, meanwhile, Miz and Morrison were talking to Angel Garza because Angel Garza was going one-on-one with Damian Priest this past Monday night. Then Lacey Evans went one-on-one with Charlotte. And Lacey Evans, because of Charlotte's emotions, won by DQ. Edge decided to give up his WrestleMania update. Still has yet to make a decision. And Miz, Morrison, and Garza interrupt Edge. Damian Priest went one-on-one with Angel Garza. Damian Priest picked up the victory because Bad Bunny, once again, got involved. Charlie Caruso interviewed Drew McIntyre about the Elimination Chamber matchup. And then Matt Riddle and Keith Lee went one-on-one. Keith Lee defeated Riddle, but Bobby Lashley attacked both Lee and Riddle, which, by the way, is now a triple threat for the United States title in an Elimination Chamber match. Charlie Caruso interviewed Bianca Belair. Asuka interrupts her. Hey, Asuka will be the one to say, hey, I'll challenge her. And then Then Randy Orton addresses Drew McIntyre. Randy Orton will be one of the competitors in the Elimination Chamber match as well. And the tables matchup between Lana and Nia Jax, which Lana won. This is where Nia Jax started trending on Twitter, ladies and gentlemen. Not, during the closing moments of the matchup, Nia Jax went to go for a leg drop on Lana on the apron, but the ring apron, there's a metal part that really hurt. So Nia Jax tried to do a leg drop, and Lana moved out of the way, and then it butt first on the metal part, and she screamed, "Oh my butt! Oh my hole!" And that's when the "my hole" thing trended. It got to the point where Josiah Williams did a rap song about it. Oh my gosh, my hole! My hole! All week long, this poor Nia Jax. He said hole. Don't blame it on butthead. Anyways. And Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton, I forgot who won this one. But I did watch the matchup. I think it was McIntyre by DQ because Sheamus got involved and then it got to be a muck of a mess in that matchup. And then there was an impromptu match, Naomi versus Shayna Baszler. That was not the main event, actually. McIntyre and Orton was. And Naomi did beat Shayna Baszler, so each lady, Naomi and Lana, won their respective matches, so a tag team title shot could be in the works for them. Alright, so the final NXT before TakeOver, as you know, the Dusty Cup semifinals. MSK versus Legado del Fantasma. And MSK did pick up the victory, and they'll be in the final round to face the winner of the Tommaso Ciampa Thatcher versus the Grizzled Young Veterans. And Mercedes Martinez got a promo for Vengeance Day. For Vengeance Day, that she was going to walk out the NXT Women's Champion. Not so sure about that, but we'll find out for sure. Xia Li went one-on-one with Cora Jade. Xia Li did pick up the victory. Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter confronting Boa and Xia Li, and I think Tiansha is the name of the group. Mei Ying is the woman on the throne. I thought Tiansha was the woman on the throne, but it was Mei Ying. Xia Li did both attack Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter, and Mei Ying grabbed Boa by the throat. Mackenzie Mitchell interviewed William Regal, and Scarlett is in Regal's office wanting to make sure Karrion Kross has a match against Santos Escobar next week. So that's going to be an interesting match. With the way he's on the way to the ring, the way he's in the ring. Reno confronts Gargano. Gargano says he's not going to be able to defend the title. He's faking the injury. Kushida both attacked Gargano in theory. Then Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart entered the arena. And then they had the Dusty Cup Women's Semifinals. The winner of this matchup will face Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart did pick up the victory. So at NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day, the Women's Dusty Cup's final round is... And the winner of that matchup, William Regal says, it's raised the stakes. The winner of that matchup will have a future WWE Women's Tag Team title shot. So it'll be between Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart and Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. So, and Thatcher and Ciampa addresses the GYV. I knew this was going to be a barn burner brawl. And in the end, so that's going to be a heck of a matchup. Lost my train of thought. Mackenzie Mitchell interviewed Santos Escobar about a matchup against Karrion Kross. So, Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza apologizes. Don't apologize. You're showing a form of weakness. Go out and take out Karrion Kross. But Karrion Kross beat those two boys to the punch, as you can see. Austin Theory went one-on-one with Kushida. Kushida won by DQ because Gargano attacked Kushida, and then Dexter Lumis made an appearance, and then both Lumis and Kushida attacked Theory and Gargano. Then Toni Storm cut a promo for Vengeance Day, saying that she wants to walk out the women's champion and that she can beat Io and all that. Who knows for sure. Imperium decided to cut a promo with the three gentlemen in the States right now, Bartel, Eichner, and Wolf now in the States. as Walter represents the NXT UK as its champion. And then all of a sudden, you hear some honking horns, and while Wade Barrett, Beth Phoenix, and Vic Joseph doing commentator, and here comes Cameron Grimes. Arrives in a Lamborghini. I was like, how did he stumble upon that money, right? And Cameron Grimes arrives in the arena, starts throwing out money, and he got a promo how he got rich. He got the GameStop money now. He got the GameStop money. You remember about the whole thing about GameStop and everything else. Holy mackerel. Mackenzie Mitchell interviewed Johnny Gargano, says, you know what? I'm going to change. You know what? I'm going to defend the title against Kushida, and I'm going to beat Kushida. That's what Gargano said. That, we'll see what happens at Vengeance Day. The Grizzled Young Veterans and Tommaso Ciampa and Thatcher head to the ring, and then before that match started, Io Shirai says that she'll walk out, remaining the women's champion, and I do believe that. I did the Dusty Cup men's semis. Grizzled Young Veterans, that will be the team of Zach Gibson and James Drake versus Timothy Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa. It was a heck of a matchup, but in the end, the Grizzled Young Veterans win. And so it would be the Grizzled Young Veterans versus MSK in the Dusty Cup Finals. This is going to be a very interesting matchup, to say the least. And then all the NXT TakeOver participants, at the end, they were going down through the matches, through the card, and everybody's like talking trash and all that. Just be a very interesting situation, to say the least. All right, NXT UK from this past Thursday, Flash Morgan Webster. That's a Morgan and Webster. I meant to say Morgan and Andrews. Andrews and Webster attacked Wild Boar before their street fight match against the Hunt. And then Meiko Satomura made her debut against Isla Dawn, where Meiko Satomura did pick up the victory. And during all that time, Kaylee Ray was scouting Satomura, and Satomura wants a piece of Kaylee Ray. Rampage Brown and Joe Coffey sat down in a room where Johnny Saint, via screen because of the pandemic and all, decided to make a matchup between the two of them for next week. Danny Luna cut a promo. She was a power lifter, and she wants to make a name for herself in the women's division, as is Aoife Valkyrie. And Meiko Satomura says she's ready for Kaylee Ray. All right, and there's Supernova Sessions with Noam Dar and Shaw Samuels. Right, and Sid Scala interrupts the whole thing, and then all of a sudden Shaw Samuels goes, "Hey, I want to challenge the A Kid for the Heritage Cup." So Sid Scala says, "We'll take that match. We'll take that in consideration." Nina Samuels did accept Xia Brookside's challenge for a rematch, but the stipulation is the winner of the matchup. The winner of the match, the loser of the match has to carry the other's bag. So that's the stipulation there. Trent Seven cut a promo about he's going to want to go down to the 205 pound weight limit so he can face Jordan Devlin for the Cruiserweight Championship. So Amal went one-on-one with Piper Niven. Niven did pick up the victory over Amal, and Joseph Connors appeared at ringside playing mind games with Piper Niven. And they had a contract signing, Gallus versus Pretty Deadly, for the NXT UK Tag Team title matchup, and the title match will be in 2 weeks. Ben Carter will be in action next week. Also, the Heritage Cup match will happen next week. Shaw Samuels versus A-Kid. Next week also, Joe Coffey, Rampage Brown. And because of the of Wild Boar been taken out, it was Primate and Eddie Dennis versus Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews, with Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews picking up the victory after a huge barn burner brawl. And what a street fight that was. So, and they said afterwards, we're going to move on up, and they're going to try to get back to the NXT UK Tag Team title picture. We'll see what happens there. All right, last night on Smackdown, Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, Jey Uso arrived at the Thunderdome. Adam Pearce announced that Jey Uso and Kevin Owens will be in the Elimination Chamber. And Roman Reigns are backing. Roman Reigns says that he'll defend the title against whoever wins that match later on that night. Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce talk about the Elimination Chamber matchup and said, you know, Adam Pearce says, "Hey, we get this Elimination Chamber #1 contenders match filled." And Sonya Deville goes, "Okay, how about this Rey and Dominic Mysterio versus King Corbin and Sami Zayn? And whichever team wins that match qualifies." So King Corbin and Sami Zayn did defeat Rey and Dominic Mysterio out of some underhanded tactics, so they qualified. And Ziggler and Rude talked to Deville and Pearce about the Elimination Chamber and said, "Okay about this, you two versus Cesaro and Bryan. And whoever wins the match will qualify." Big E decided to cut a promo about the issue and open challenge for the Intercontinental title, but Apollo Crews stood in the way. And Big E, these two were jaw-jacking back and forth. And then Shinsuke Nakamura comes out, was the challenger. Big E was about to finish off Shinsuke, but then Apollo Crews drop kicked Big E, which Big E wins by disqualification. And Sasha Banks and Kalisto were talking, and Reginald interrupts them, apologizes, and then Sasha goes, "Do you actually think I can beat Bianca Belair?" He goes, "Yo, most definitely." And she's laughing, and takes the champagne away from Reginald. So what happened to Carmella? Who knows for sure. Seth Rollins made his return and decided to talk about SmackDown being his vision. Rollins, a bit of advice: if you want to lead SmackDown, you want somebody to embrace your vision, here's an idea. Challenge Roman Reigns for the Universal title, you dummy. He's been the one running things. You should talk to him. Talk to the bootleg Jason Momoa. Roman Reigns. Sheepish. Anyways, everybody walked out on his little speech there. And then Cesaro was the only one left, and he's trying to comprehend what Rollins is trying to do. He says, "Sorry, man," And all of a sudden, as Cesaro walked away, Rollins attacks him from behind. Then Daniel Bryan stops him. And then Bayley went one-on-one with Liv Morgan, and Billy Kay decided to bug Ruby Riott, and once again costing the Riott Squad a matchup. Bayley wins the match. Bayley's gone crazy, folks. She wants Michael Cole in the match. She wants Kayla Braxton in the matchup. Come on. And then Kayla Braxton, speaking of which, Cesaro and Daniel Bryan. Cesaro says, I'm okay, I'm good to go. Seth Rollins is going to pay. The Street Profits in a tag match against Otis and Gable. And the Street Profits did pick up the victory in the matchup. And, Sasha Banks comes out and says Bianca Belair should face me at WrestleMania. And then Bianca Belair comes out. Says, "Girl, I still have to make a decision." And then Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler interrupt them since they're available to go on all three brands. And then they had to show the clip of Naomi beating Shayna Baszler. And then they show the clip. Yep, the clip where Nia Jax yelled, "My hole!" And then the four ladies brawl it out. I was like, I had a feeling. And Michael Cole says, "It's not what I think it is." Yep, it is. It was the clip. I hate to say it, but Nia Jax's been the butt of the jokes. Oh boy, I just walked right into that one, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you saw my jokes, the jokes on the tweets. What is Nia Jax's favorite pricing game in The Price is Right? Hole in One. and there's a rumor going around there. Rumor has it that Austin Powers is making a comeback in the movies. They were about to do another film, but this time around, rumor has it that Nia Jax will replace Beyonce as Foxy Cleopatra because she's a whole lot of woman. Oh, I just get myself sometimes. Oh man, I just get myself sometimes. All right, so Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler, the Dirty Dogs, the SmackDown Tag Champions, had a tag match against Daniel Bryan and Cesaro. And then during the matchup, King Corbin and Sami Zayn arrived to ringside. And then Cesaro and Bryan did pick up the victory. They qualified in the Elimination Chamber match. Jey Uso did attack Cesaro with a chair, and then all the qualifiers started to brawl, and here comes Kevin Owens stunning everybody All out Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's Kevin Owens for you. So, and then 205 Live, two good matches. Mansoor and Ashante Diadamas faces the Bali Rise team of Chase Parker and Samir Singh, which Mansoor and Ashante Diadamas, the two new cruiserweights, did pick up the victory. So I think that was really cool. Jake Atlas went one-on-one with Tony Nese, and August Great appeared at ringside. Looks like a distraction for Tony Nese, and Jake Atlas did pick up the victory over Tony. Like I said, he did pick up the victory over Tony Nese. All right, that is it for episode 54 of WEML-TV Channel 77. WWE Roundups for February 8th to February 12th, 2021. On the next episode, PTW Wrestling predictions for NXT Takeover Vengeance Day. I will get you the matches and the entire card. 5 matches, 2 Dusty Classic finals, 3 title matches. That's a takeover. I'll see you then. All right, I'll see you later. Peace out, and we'll roll on.